teen and aspiring beautician have been prevented. This is Dani Countryman. The 15-year-old Texas girl was visiting her older sister in Oregon this summer. On the last night of her trip, July 27th, there was a going-away party for Dani. The gathering was in the apartment complex where Dani's sister lives. Around 5:30 a.m., Dani was seen watching a movie at a neighbor's apartment. 2.5 hours later, she was dead. 2 Mexican immigrants here in the United States illegally are charged with her murder. Steve Mays, reporter for the Oregonian, joins us. Welcome, Steve.
Hi, Greta.
Steve, can you give me a little more details about the facts of this case and about the 2 who are in custody?
Well, as you mentioned, on the night of July 27th, there was a party at an apartment complex just south of Portland. And apparently it was very informal. There was a lot of drinking. Dani was there with her sister and her sister's boyfriend, several of the people who lived at the apartment, and also one of the apartment residents, Gilberto Relleno Gamboa, who lived at the apartments, and his cousin, Alejandro Rivera Gamboa. As you mentioned, the last time anybody saw Dani alive, it was around 5:30 in the morning. Her sister saw her. Not long after that, apparently, and this is according to the limited amount of information available in the court record, Dani had gone to the apartment of Gilberto, knocked on the door, went in. Apparently they were kissing, and this comes from the probable cause order that led to the arrest of Gilberto. They were kissing. At one point, Alejandro, who was asleep on the couch, he woke up. The couple woke him up. Gilberto asked Alejandro or Alex for some assistance, I guess, in subduing Dani, and Alex responded by putting his foot on her upper chest and throat, strangling her. According to the autopsy, she was strangled. At the time of the death, both Gilberto and Dani had their pants down. So it's not clear exactly what was going on, if it was consensual or not consensual. That's up in the air. And then after that, at some point, the body was moved from Gilberto's apartment to the apartment next door where Dani was watching the movie that night. And it's not clear on how the body was moved or who moved it.
Both of these gentlemen, again, actually I should withdraw the word gentleman. That might not be exactly the right word. Both they're here in the United States illegally?
They've told immigration officials that they're here illegally, yes.
Do either one of them have any criminal record or association with the criminal justice system?
Well, as far as we can tell, Gilberto, who's 23 and a day laborer, does not have any criminal background. His cousin, Alejandro, has, as near as we can tell, he was arrested twice for drunken driving last year. There's been some reporting that he'd been arrested in 2000 and 2003, but at this point, that may be a case of mistaken identity. No one's been able to document those 2 arrests. What
is the bond set, if any bond is set? Maybe they're being held without bond, but what's the bond number?
I don't know that.
What's the reaction of the community? And I guess I should ask you, the fact that they're illegals, is that in some way having a bigger impact?
Well, I think it's been incendiary. The outrage is really over the top. Based on the calls I get, people are seething about this case.
Steve, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Here's a look what's coming up.